currently look like a hot mess and I'm rotting in my bed, and I don't think anything's wrong with that, but I think that I deserve to glow up a little bit. So this is what we're working with right now. When it comes to my makeup, I like to start with my brows. Milk just came out with this new shadow stick for their brows. When it comes to my brows, I like to start from the ends of my brows and work my way to the front. So I try to fill in the sparseness that my eyebrows tend to have. It's always best to use a spoolie to blend out the product that you are using, just so you can see how much product you should keep applying. I've had this since I started makeup. They don't even make this anymore. It's discontinued. This is the Urban Decay Brow Box. I use an angled brush and I go over the eyeshadow pencil that I just used with eyeshadow powder. I find that it gives me a more natural finish to my eyebrows. I don't really worry too much about how it looks just yet because I like to go in with a concealer and cut out my brows. Now, if you have really sparse brows like I do, I go in with the NYX Lift and Snatch. I then like to go in with a pot concealer. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G9. When I cut out my eyebrows, I tend to start from the middle of my eyebrow and work my way to the ends to define my eyebrow. Once the eyebrow is defined towards the tail, I work my way to the front, keeping it really close to where I've drawn my eyebrows, if that makes sense. I take the leftover concealer that I have and I use it to cut out the top of my eyebrows because I don't want it to look like 2016 thick eyebrows. And when I finish cutting out my eyebrows, I go in with hair gel for my brow gel. The Got2b Glued Ultra Glued Styling Gel is the best because it does not move and it's super waterproof. I take a pea-sized amount and I use a disposable spoolie and I start brushing my hair the opposite way just to coat every single hair. And then I brush the hair upwards and then voila, brows are done. To my eyes, I use the same concealer that I used to cut out my brows and apply that all over my lid as an eyeshadow base. I also use a P. Louise eye base just because it helps eyeshadow pop so amazingly. Here's something that I do for my entire face. I always go in with a cream product and then I go with powder on top. So I first go in with a cream eyeshadow. The one I'm currently using is a warm brown and I'm diffusing this all over my lid. I'm then going to take this light brown eyeshadow shade and I'm going to diffuse that all over my eye right on top of that cream eyeshadow. Really making sure that I'm covering every single corner of my eye, every single ridge of my eye with this product. I'm going to take a slightly darker brown and go over that eyeshadow that I just placed on my eyelid. You want to be very light-handed when you start blending your eyeshadow so it looks more soft and diffused instead of hard and chunky. Final steps of eyeshadow, I take this really dark brown and I keep it really close to my lash line and I blend it upwards. A tip that I learned is keep your eye open when you're doing this so you can see how far up that dark brown goes. I recommend going slightly above your natural crease. When it comes to curling your lashes, if you do not own the Shiseido lash curler, you're doing it wrong. Go get this eyelash curler. It works so amazing. I also like to curl my eyelashes before I draw my eyeliner so I can see how the eyeliner is going to look. When it comes to my eyeliner, I do it in 3 steps. I first start with cream, powder, and then a liquid liner. And I'm going to be using a brown gel liner just because I find that brown makes my eyes pop and black just makes my eyes kind of shrink a little bit. So I'm going to first start by tightlining my eyes, and once that's done, I'm going to take a really precise angled brush and start winging out my liner. This is the most crucial part. I'm going to follow my natural eye shape and just make a really dainty little line. And once the gel liner is done, I set it with a darker eyeshadow just so it doesn't move. And at this stage, you can also use the eyeshadow to extend your liner if you want it longer. Last but not least, I go in with a liquid liner. The one I'm using is the Urban Decay 24/7 Inks in Whiskey. It's super precise and you can get the most precise eyeliner that you've ever gotten thanks to the grip that it has. Moving on to base makeup, I first prime my face with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer because it just makes your makeup stick. I don't know what else to say. It's phenomenal. So I basically smear this all over my face and then I go in with a concealer. This is the same concealer that I used to cut out my brows, put it all over my eyelid. This is the best concealer that I've ever used. This is the Glossier Ultra Stretch Concealer. So I conceal under my eyes, around my nose, around my mouth and my forehead a little bit. And once I'm done concealing, I like to contour with cream contour. So I take cream contour on a fluffy brush and I blend right underneath my cheekbones. I'm also going to apply this all over the edge of my face to create that shadow so it shrinks my face a little bit. I apply this product all over my jawline just because I want to really chisel out my jaw to give me that V-shaped jaw. I'm then going to go in with foundation. The foundation I'm using is a lot paler than I am, but it's totally fun. I'm going to make it work by blending concealer, contour, blush over it, so I'm going to warm it up, so don't even worry about it. This is my favorite part. I'm going to be using a foundation spatula to spread my foundation all over my face. You always want to make sure to start your foundation routine in the middle of your face because that is where the lightest part of your face is. The edges around your face are darker than the middle of your face, so if you bring the lightest part to the edge of your face, you're gonna look crazy. I really hope that explanation made sense. I honestly just can't explain things sometimes. To blend out the foundation, I use a foundation brush and a beauty sponge to pick up excess product. I basically repeat this step 2 or 3 times until I'm happy with the coverage that I have. Comes to your forehead, you want to make sure you use less product because if you have more product on your forehead, it tends to look more cakey. And that is what one side looks like with foundation. This side only has concealer and contour. This side has contour, concealer, and foundation. Just very natural finish. I love natural finishes. Moving on to one of my most favorite steps, this is using contour powder. So I'm using contour powder from Etude House. I go in with the darker shade first, and I go over where I applied the cream contour earlier. And then I use a big fluffy brush, and I go in with both of the shades for contour, and I really just blend it from my end of my face inwards, if that makes sense. And then I'll take a cream bronzer, and I'll take it around the ends of my face, any place that needs to be warmed up a little bit. So basically my forehead, my cheekbones, my jaw, my nose. I'm then going to take a powder bronzer and go over all of that cream bronzer that I just applied on my face. I personally like to use bronzer on my nose because it gives me that warm nose contour. Make sure you blend it into your eyebrows. Connect the nose to your eyebrows. I'm then going to use a cream blush and apply that really, really close to my eyes. And I apply it on my forehead, my chin, my jaw, everything to connect the face together. I'm then going to use a powder blush and apply that exactly where I applied my cream blush to make it more emphasized so it really packs a punch. I'm then going to use a lighter concealer so I can brighten my under eyes a little bit, but I'm only going to concentrate this right under my eye, only there. I'm then going to hop right back into doing my eyes. I'm going to take the same shade that I used for my eyeshadow and put it on my under eyes. I find that creating your aerosols make you look healthier, more alive, more youthful than bringing your concealer all the way up to your lash line. And because I have 0 lower lashes, I'm going to create the illusion that I have it. I'm going to take my gel liner on an angled brush and I'm going to keep a very thin line on my lash line. I'm then going to use a darker eyeshadow to set that gel liner. And then I'm going to take a skin tone gel liner and fill in my waterline. Probably the most crucial step because it makes my eyes look a little bit bigger and a little more eye-catching. I'm then going to put mascara on my lower lashes and pinch them together individually with tweezers. I'm then going to apply my favorite false lashes. These are the Doe Fairy Collection in Crescent. Final step is spraying my face with a bunch of setting spray and we're done. We're done. That's it. That's all it takes. This is the final look. But yeah, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, thank you. Bye.